Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of. I've been a fool. I've been a foolish fool. I thought to myself as I was deciding what to review today, oh, hey, today is May the 4th. Star Wars Day. I should look up something Star Wars related. And surprisingly, it took me a while to find something that would work because most of the Gacha Star Wars content is shorts and memes and I guess kind of like musical segments, really, not even full music videos to my knowledge. So there wasn't that much for me to choose from, really, until I happened to see that there was a short that was a highlight from a full series and found this one. I was a fool, not for those reasons, but because despite the fact that I had Star Wars on the brain due to what day it is, I completely forgot to generate a Star Wars crawl. I could have had one that said, oh no, Jacob forgot a crawl or something, but even then I didn't have enough time for that. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna have to go crawlless for today. Just imagine that you saw that. I don't really know. I think the content will make up for it because from what I have seen of this, it does kind of remind me of the how it should have ended sketches to do with Star Wars. Well, I guess most content how it should have ended does even to this day, but I mean specifically the Star Wars ones because that's what we're talking about. In that spirit, yeah, it's very interesting to see something that's actually kind of the same tongue-in-cheek style as that, but also also kind of like matches the same sort of human energy that I tend to have in these reviews specifically. So I think I'm gonna really thoroughly enjoy this. Uh, and also it looks very different to most other gachas that I've seen, possibly all of them, from what vague stuff I've seen from the first minute or so of the first episode. We have a compilation. There's 5 episodes in total, and it's all cataloging, I guess, what happens in like actual movie episode 4. So we'll say hi to the chat, and then we will get started. In reverse order, for no particular reason, we have Cheeseburger here, who just says sugar. Not quite a food pun, but they did say that they were, moving away from that, so that makes sense. We also have Josh here. Hi to Josh. And as you know, it's going to be an interesting one when it's Gacha was a popular fandom. Time to prepare myself. That was me at FNAF yesterday. I was not mentally prepared. I always think I am, and it never works out. And then, like what most of our Star Wars would be fun. Star Wars for me is sort of like I have like an average knowledge. I have like the casual knowledge that people would, I get they've like watched most of the movies, possibly a little bit of the supplementary material. It's not like I've gone into like the extensive, extended canon or, happened to pick up any of like the books or read the extended editions or the series. I mean, forgot that we used to call that. The expanded universe, I think it was. None of that stuff, but you know, I know what's going on. I know who everyone is supposed to be, and yeah, actually, fittingly enough, A New Hope is the whole movie that I have watched the most out of all of them, which is not many times in general, anyway. But it's still something. So let's see. Okay, so I guess we've got back to swing of things. Okay, Vin Diesel. All right. Okay, I guess you're not done just yet, which is fair. And this is true. The faces of some of the characters in the thumbnail look very interesting, and I think I know why, but I will highlight that when we start the video. So let's start the video. Without further ado, on with the review.
No, Chewie! No! Bad Wookiee.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I've watched this part already, partially. Several things already, actually. One, we actually have a I have a very complete list of sound effects, actually, which is the problem I had with yesterday's videos, the Outburst series, to be specific, in case anyone wasn't there yesterday. As for why the characters' faces look interesting, it's because of the chins. Because Gacha Club has a rarely used feature where you can actually edit the chins of the characters. Most of them look horrifying, so they don't tend to get applied a lot. But I guess in order to get that Harrison Ford jawline, this was what was done. Secondly, speaking of getting something close to Harrison Ford, I'm not sure about this impression necessarily. It kind of feels more, again, very posh British, like, "No, Chewie, no!" It kind of feels like Taran from the Black Cauldron more than it does Han Solo from Star Wars. Uh, so are your bones okay? Probably not. And now that I'm looking at this much more closely, oh wait, never mind. I see that the elbow joint is actually further up than it is down, and that's what's throwing me off. Also, I'm just gonna rewind for a second because I need to show like a gag that we haven't seen yet. Not this one. We saw this one.
No, Chewie, no!
Look. I missed that the first time. The fact that there's things of water and miss. My goodness, the stormtroopers can't catch a break, can they? They can't catch anything for that matter.
Bad Wookie.
Which might sound like a button though, actually, but yeah. I mean, just shake it out first or something. Okay then. There we go. Here is our our title crawl. Oh wait, no, that's actually a thing. It is a period of civil war, and boy, what a war it was. There was a lot of shooting and missing. I mean, seriously, why do stormtroopers always miss? It's like they're not even trying. This is how that's like how having book smart doesn't mean that you're street smart. Am I right? At least the space battles and the rebels scoring their first victory of the Galactic Empire was awesome. Look, it can't be that hard when they're that inept. At least the uniforms look cool. Anyway, here's the rescue scene. I gotta say though, the Imperial March slaps so hard. Please don't sue us, House of Mouse. Okay. You had the voice of that was me. Well, I did the like, "No, Chewie, no!" as like a impression. I don't think that's really what Han sounds like, to be perfectly honest. But anyway. So far, so good. I mean, apart from that, I would have lifted the helmet up a bit more than just like pushing off the face, but yeah.
Had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's good.
Oh, this reminds me of Williams animating back when like the dislocated mouths. Oh, I mean, as someone who's done it myself now, it's not as easy as it cracked up to be, but there are techniques. Granted, those are mainly Gacha Life 2 techniques, not Gacha Club ones, but still.
Fine, thank you.
How are you?
Didn't I come here already?
This is where the parody stuff comes in. This is where I've seen up to. Beyond this point, I don't know. By the way, I'm just gonna say also, well, I've talked about composite backgrounds a bit in like previous Gacha reviews, especially like again last one. Remember the origami room? That one was kind of filled to the brim with like random props and details strewn on the ground. We had the exotic butters that were just an open wrapper that was on the floor, hadn't been consumed at all. You had like cracks on the walls, whatever was going on, but all of that just looked very, very messy for the wrong reasons. This, on the other hand, I mean, granted, there wouldn't be that many details anyway. It's not like Princess Leia's going to customize her cell that much. She didn't come prepared with a senpai poster or anything, obviously. But even so, like you actually what we're missing in the previous episode in Outburst was just like the defined lines that show everything is. It's all gray, but it's shaded gray. you can make out like just the layout of the room itself, and even it's even got a ramp for disabled access, which is an interesting thing. I've never seen a disabled stormtrooper before, but I suppose if there were disabled stormtroopers, they could have survived. Maybe it's for the R2 units or something, or that one like random, the one random like small droid that no one knows what its purpose is. Could it be that? No idea. Point is, the backgrounds look very nice, even though they're simple. They are as complex as they need to be. There's no need to overthink these things, and it matches the source material too. On the other hand, Princess Leia's head has been thoroughly dislocated. Look at where the neck joint is. It's supposed to. The reason the gacha heads rotate the way they do is because they're sort of like on the axis already. So this says to me that someone is like the head's been like manually moved, possibly outside of the software itself, because it's all animated. So that's probably how that happened. This is some form of potentially a rig, I think. But yeah. I tend to forget that hair exists sometimes for the one they use for Leia. Fair enough. That's not gonna... Okay, I said she didn't bring some, she didn't bring anything with her, but customers anything, but I guess she brought a makeup brush. Maybe she had that in her pocket somewhere. Which, hey, Alderaan dresses are more sophisticated than Earth ones because they actually have pockets. There you go. Those Alderaan fashionists really know what they're doing, right down to their hairstyles. That is the one time that I will justify, those terrible gacha lips, and hopefully they won't stick the whole time. Really? Okay, but before this point, because we know what joke they're going to make here with the whole, Luke and Leia thing. What happened to the wall back here, actually? It looks so dark in comparison. That hallway was much better lit before. I don't know what happened to it. It kind of looks like that's everything else like vanished behind it. Oh, another thing as well is that with composite backgrounds like this, if you're putting them all together, you can change the angles. And this is an example of that.
Draw me like one of your...
She doesn't know what a French guy... She doesn't know what France is. She'd have been there.
I mean, aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
I'm Luke Skywalker, and I'm here to rescue... Wait, what did you say?
Aren't you a little short?
I don't know, something like that. I'm guessing that's he's best the big red button. I thought he tried that and failed, but never mind.
For a stormtrooper?
Shorty.
Are stormtroopers not general? Does he think stormtroopers are short or something? Like what? Well, that's well done, Leia. You've destroyed your rescuer. You've turned your rescuer to stone. Good luck escaping now. Oh, he's fine. But she isn't.
I couldn't find her. I know.
You can just see like the outline of the beard they use for Chewbacca in this case.
Galactic insurance apparently doesn't cover asteroids because it's an act of nature. It's
Really? You think that they would... I mean, if it's an act of nature, they probably should cover asteroids, honestly. It's intergalactic.
ridiculous. I've lost my premiums over it.
Right. And how do you claim for the clone?
Blah 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 blah.
Yes, Leia's Medusa. That's correct. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, that is a very amazing transition. I love that.
I don't really know why
It's not really the kind of song that I would be moonwalking to personally. Oh wow, that looks like one of the stormtroopers are gonna, smack another one. Oh, okay, he was. So that was like an error. Okay, that was deliberate. Fine. Okay, so far Vader's the closest voice that I think so far. Probably because it's like done through a filter, but still. And this is why they were able to get back to the Millennium Falcon, because everyone else was a little distracted. Okay, that was probably episode 1, so I guess this is the second one. Or oh wait, no, I think this might be that. That was like the opening stinger episode 2, maybe. I don't really know.
Looks like you managed to cut up our own.
Okay, immediately, do you see, like, I'm just so impressed by the backgrounds again, because, we had like an angle that was like a, it was like, I guess like 22 degrees, I would call that, maybe, not quite 45, so yeah, 22.5 degrees one way, then the right justified one, and now we have like a 90-degree perpendicular straight through, and all of those appeared in the span of like a second each. So someone someone made those backgrounds, possibly drew them from scratch, maybe used like, I don't know, different like shapes or something like that, for them to only appear for a fraction of time. That is dedication. That is dedication right there.
Only escape route.
Looks like you managed to cut off. Should be glad we went back for you, Highness.
Okay, and again, the voice acting as well lets it down, because she's supposed to, if we go back, let me just yeah. Again, 1,
Looks
2,
like you
yeah.
managed to cut up our only escape route.
Okay, so first of all, I don't know why Leia's smiling at that point, because she should be kind of annoyed. Because from the actual movie, she doesn't smile at all during this part, because she's like, oh, these are pathetic rescues or something. Which, first of all, you're welcome. But second of all, like, it shows she's not really, like, enjoying herself, because why would she be? She's, been in prison and has just recently watched her entire planet explode. Of course she wouldn't be, she wouldn't be having fun, necessarily. Whether she has to take it out on them is another matter, but, she's grieving. But then the thing is, when someone does like a mocking line, so say that I said a line like, what'd you do that for? Then it's got like, hey, what did you do that for? That's what you sound like. It has to be what they sound like, which means they have to be able to respond to the person. And when you're doing takes separately, and they're getting voice actors to send in their lines separately, like what happens with a lot of internet productions, including my own, then you can't always account for that. What you can do, however, as the director of the project, is either send the other line as reference, or just tell the actors, both of them, how you want the line to be directed so they can mimic you, and then you can have it so they mimic each other in the actual video. So yeah, so far that's my only complaint in this episode is the series is just the voice acting.
Looks like you managed to cut off. Should be glad we
Yeah, and again, that's like to cut off the way it's hyphenated, so it's not the end of a sentence. So he started to mock her, and then he like changed his train of thought. Looks like you managed to cut off. You should be glad we're going back for you at all, Your Highness. Like that. It's got to be like that interruption. Anyway. Oh, Han, what's with the long face? Han, what's with the long face? See? I imitated myself there.
we went back for you, Highness.
Oh, well, someone didn't turn their setting to miss. Also, I love like the residual like laser lines that are there. I'm surprised they didn't all leave marks like that, like the one that just crossed there. Some of them just kind of like disappear. But yeah. Am I glad I'm looking at this and not Reborn Part 1 right now? Was Reborn Part 1 today? I thought that was the 30th. Hold on. Oh no, it is. It is May the 4th. Well, no, I'm not glad. That's a mistake. I got to do that after this video. Thank you, Josh. yeah, we'll carry on for this, and then I will switch to 5 years later. Anyway.
C-3PO, C-3PO, is there any way out of the cell bay? We've been cut off.
Yeah, if you like hear the way that Luke says it in the original, he really is like yelling to 3PO because he wants him to pick up like that much, but yeah. Well, it seems like someone else has joined in the disco. I'm also wondering because the background seems like faded down. I think the way they edited this is not just they projected the lights onto the background, but it's actually the other way around. The background is on the top and it's been like faded down. Like the opacity has been toned down so you can see the stars in the background as they like swerve around in 360 degrees. Actually, no, maybe not because the lights are passing over R2D2, which incidentally I'm pretty sure is a custom made asset. There's no way that's that part was done in Gacha.
Maybe this thing is broken.
Now what?
That Gunrump looks funny. If I'm my favorite character. Yeah, he used to be the character people found most annoying in the entire franchise. Emphasis on used to be. It's been quite a while since then.
Get over here!
Oh. Okay, you know what? I'll take it back. You know, Leia can smile at this point. Why not?
I don't care what you smell in there. You smell worse. Now get in there.
Again, you smell worse. Hey, John, it's been a while. Oh my goodness. The fact that they all started off in different ones as well. They didn't start for the same slide, so they clearly have been going down for some time.
I take it back. This smells way worse.
Hey, look, it's got to verify. I understand that. At the depths of a Death Star. I think that might have been the end of episode 2, so now we're on to 3, and that's why we're repeating this. Which, hey, I mean, it could have reanimating that.
What an incredible smell.
Again, I feel like you probably sort of combined the cough and that line and not gone back and forth. It feels like those have been edited separately, and they've been spliced together by the director. There's a difference between doing that and having the actor actually seem like they're like, what an incredible smell! Like, having that all be consistent.
Taste you've discovered. Get away from there.
No, wait!
Yep. Not a good idea.
Whoops.
Yeah, that was definitely a mistake.
I already said I was sorry. Heesh.
Well, I
HISHE?
guess it could be worse.
No, Princess, not here.
Okay, so there is that thing does exist, and it does like, you know, like I think it like grabs Luke by the ankle or something like that. Yeah, that's an interesting way to redo that scene. Cool.
Huh?
Something touched me.
I can't see that. Why can't you see that? You just looked in that exact direction.
Aha. Nice try. There's nothing here. Luke! Luke! No! Why must the good die young?
I'm still alive. There you go.
Help! Me!
I said, why must the good die young?
Again! Swim!
Stand up, Blue.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's if if the actor in this case is doing like the gurgling arts done separately, because actually this sort of works. Anyway, did an update. So 7 of the 14 juries for Eurovision contest, by the way, in case I was wondering in the chat, or the VOD. I mean, Jake was going second place behind Kano, who many fans thought was robbed in 2019. Yeah, I forgot which song of mine like got entered. Because I wasn't sure if that was happening. If like I could, or if I should have made like a new one or something. Doesn't really matter.
Shorty.
Oh, okay. All right then. Leia's battle cry is brilliant. So far, Leia's my favorite VA of this of this series. Oh, I just realized that was like Goku and Super Saiyan Goku together.
What
I think.
happened?
Oh, okay, yeah. Old Ben. Oh my goodness. I was surprised they didn't like add like bone crackling sound effects for that.
What was that?
But yeah, he's definitely much more dynamic than poor Alec Guinness was at that point.
Must be nothing.
Oh, well. Why is there half a glass wall here? Look at the way this is like cut off. Beware, stupid clear, duh.
I hate this architect.
Bringing it back. There's got to be a third one now. Rule of threes. Bring it back. Also, we know who the architect was now, actually. Wasn't it, like, I think his name was, like, Galen Urso? That scene with Harlock reminds me of that one scene from movie. This year I lost my dead husband, Edgar. Quit telling everyone I'm dead! Sometimes I can still hear his voice. I've heard that joke multiple times in different places. I'm not sure if that was where it came from, but you never know. I've heard it in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged, actually.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
I guess that explains it. I mean, I think was Stormtroopers who pushed the button before, but they do get compacted. Or almost.
Beep, fart. Beep,
Why were they silent there?
fart. Beep, beep, fart. Beep, fart. Beep, fart. Beep, fart. Beep, fart.
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, will our heroes get out of the predicament? What and hold on, actually, no, I'll do my narrator. Will our heroes get out of this precarious predicament? And why does the monster have anime figures? Which ones? Tune in to find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. Star Wars Gacha. That totally wasn't Goku. Oh, it comes from Brother Bear. That makes sense, yeah, because I've seen Brother Bear, so I know why that would come up. So yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, that's just what I need to. But it's not a special day for me, and I want to take a guess. I would, but if you don't want to share it on the internet, then I won't say out loud. You know what? They never actually do address the fact that they should still, stink after coming out of the trash compactor. That just kind of gets glossed over in the movie. Yeah. I wonder if a stormtrooper can smell through their helmets, and they're still passing. Oh, okay. See now, look, see the opacity has been turned up again, so... Or again, maybe it wasn't. It does feel like it was kind of a bit of both. It was a combination of the two.
Why,
It was
you
two
little-
effects.
Oh, hello. Why? Don't you all look amazing? And
Don't you all looking amazing, it says.
healthy.
Okay. Oh, I know what's going to happen. The whole bumping of the head gag, which was a stormtrooper. But also, you know what? 3PO is also very close, I think. Yeah. That's another great performance. There we are.
What's happening? Son, Master Luke, what are you doing?
Hey, well, they even kept like the fact that it should be like robotic sound effects of him being pummeled. Nice. It's the robot dance party. It was at one point. It's not anymore. Well, that didn't work. But yeah, Darth Vader did actually sense Obi-Wan when he entered the Death Star because he recognized his signature. I don't know. He sensed his key.
We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but a learner, but now I am the master.
Huh? What?
Is that really what the voice you're going for here? I mean, I think Obi-Wan sounded more like this, personally. And not much like an old man voice! Everyone can do this old man voice, it's very simple! Yeah. I'm sorry, what did you say? I can't hear you, Luke. Speak up. I mean Lord Vader.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete.
He's gonna take off the mask and yell at him.
When I left you, I was but a learner, but now I am the master.
Sorry. Come again?
By the way, yes, the C-3PO was doing the robot dance.
You have to speak louder.
I said I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again. Oh, forget it. I'm coming.
Huh? Poop.
You've got all the sound effects there, fishwang and fishwee. I think Grandpa's his hearing aid. Extended hearing is not part of the Force, you see. We really should have developed that. I would run it by Master Yoda. He was 900. I'm sure you will find some use for it. You know, it just occurred to me. I don't think I've ever seen Darth Vader run. Like, I've seen him, like, you know, like, briskly walk sometimes. But most of the time, he has people to do either do running for him, or because he's so powerful, he doesn't really need to run. So I guess that's sort of like how he's... Because I have said before that to give a character power and status, one of the best ways to do that is to restrict their movements. So, you know, make every move that they do, like, slow and deliberate. You know, they don't have to move around too much or seem jittery because they are grounded. They are secure. And that's why you also get a lot of smooth talking villains. Ones that sound like this, and just generally give you a sense that everything is within their grasp. You know, like that. So that might be why we never see Darth Vader run, unless I'm just missing a very key scene or something. But I don't think he ever did. He is also part machine, mostly, so there's a chance he just might not be able to run anymore.
Oh, my back.
Ow!
Oh.
That was intense.
You know, I want to see this joke done but with Gandalf and Saruman, honestly. That battle was something else.
So, I can't refind now.
Wait.
You know, and I love the way that he's like, you know, we see like Obi-Wan's breathing, you know, like his chest like going up and down and such, like he's like actually, you know, gasping for air.
Give me a sec.
And now we see it in more detail. Are you mocking me?
Okay. I feel personally attacked at this point. Are you trying intentionally to provoke me? Because it is working. I will remind you that I am a Sith Lord, and therefore I embrace my anger. Come at me, my old Padawan. I'm going to get you.
No, I'm going to get you.
No one is getting anyone, because you're both getting back in your beds and taking your medication.
No. Oh my god, that's a good short. Someone animate that. That's why he's like, again, he's like still even shaking as well. Like that's some detail.
You can't win, Darth.
This could also be commentary, because like some of these lines are straight from the movie. This could be commentary on the fact that because of how like intense and action-packed the lightsaber duels got, at least from a choreography perspective, in the prequels, and we saw these two, duel, very intensely beforehand. If you happen to watch the Star Wars movies in chronological order, then you then you would end up with seeing like the duel on Mustafar between these two, followed up by this next encounter where they're essentially just going like constantly. And again, I get it. The choreography, would have been a bit difficult. Alec Guinness was very old, so I'm not sure how much that would have been a struggle or not. I genuinely have no idea. Maybe he was actually secretly very sprightly. No idea. It's one of those things like, well, they didn't know how big the lightsaber duel thing was going to, get from a non-narrative perspective. So it's one of those things. It's like, well, they just look like, very, very old men still trying to fight, essentially. I don't know if that's the joke or not.
If you strike me down now, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
In death we are one. In death we are strong. In death we are the Honk Legion. Then?
Oh, some nice back facing too. That does also happen. Luke does say Ben, and that arguably that might be why he Well, actually, no. It seems like he got distracted and like Vader got the jump on him, but actually, I'm pretty sure he just kind of let himself get destroyed at that point.
Ouch!
Not in this version, though.
Not fair. I
Blech.
wasn't looking.
There we go. Why?
Run!
Why? What's that got to do with anything? Okay.
Merchandising I have.
Anyway.
Get to the chopper!
Okay, alright then. All that running through my mind now is these two are guessing on their beds in nursing home, they're constantly bickering, and then it's just like, sure. They're like reaching over, each with like a lightsaber in hand, that's going like, to each other. It's like,
Why did we put them in beds next to each other? Who assigned these people to the same ward?
but nurse, don't you similar?
Baby nurse, which is so similar. That's you. That's what you sound like.
No!
I recognize this soundtrack. I think I was going to make a song to this at one point.
I can't believe it's gone!
Don't worry, Luke.
You can't believe is gone, can you?
He's still with us no matter what.
That's the problem! He won't go away!
I mean... backwards hand, but still. Why is Luke hanging with his mouth open right now? What's he gonna for? I do love the fact that we have like all these unique extras. They're still uniformed, but yeah, like even so. Okay, that's why, because like, you know what? Why not? These two have bonded over a video game, like siblings do.
Let's begin.
Oh, his name's Dodonna? I never knew that. I haven't told Bibi about this, actually.
We are at the precipice of a blah 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 blah. Pew pew pew. Blah blah blah.
And it's actually like a time with like the markings as well.
Blah 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 blah.
You know, I rarely ever see someone like actually trace a marking on a wall before. Like that kind of thing seems to me like it's a very, very difficult thing to pull off. I'm trying to picture in my head how I would do that, and yeah, very difficult.
Where is Han Solo?
And now your accent changed again. Much like Carrie Fisher's. Again, accurate portrayal.
Luke, may the Force be with you.
I mean, that's a matter of wishing him luck, but you know. Hi. I know what that thing is outside. Is that like... Is that just like Han's fecal matter because he flushed it? That's on the paper? I don't know what.
You got this, kid.
All right then.
Vader's gonna get intense motion sickness from that. He's gonna pass out.
Use the Force, Luke. Engage.
Oh, okay. All right. Hello, realistic Picard.
I personally do not understand this force that you Jedi speak of. But as humans, it is only logical that you navigate your ship to a higher location.
I mean, is he a human though? Because we never established like, because, I mean, yeah, like humanoid creatures exist, but like, does that count?
And shoot your projectile weaponry.
You have your mother's arms.
As does your sister. We will address that later at the proper moment.
And you have my bow.
And my axe.
What is happening?
Hey! Hey!
Other one that just credited as Rob Schneider, not as the character.
Hello! This is Star Wars! Okay? Star Wars!
Oops. Sorry, lads. Gotta go.
Ah, Gimli. The movies took away all dignity from you anyway. He should have been on a crash now. He's been on this course like straight ahead for ages. Okay, no, he's fine. By the way, really nice panel. I remember that Kaiser Neko once said that the panel where, you know, we see revived Nappa appear at the end of season 2 of DBZA was actually much more difficult to put together than it looks. So, you know, again, gotta admire this for what it's doing. I'm wondering if the buttons are just like really tall or if they're actually supposed to be the shaded. I'm not sure. Anyway.
Can you give this bomb to Obi?
Sure! La 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 la. Okay. All the things he like coughed up from earlier. Okay, sure, but like also the balloon wouldn't have exploded that way because like it exploded outwards and then it was inside, but okay. Please don't sue us. Please don't sue us. Oh, okay. Please don't vomit into your helmet. Ah, okay.
I need a new Death Star. Is this the architect? No, this is Patrick.
Architect. That's not how you spell architect.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like, and subscribe for updates. Oh,
I will do that because I did enjoy this very, very, very much. Why are we talking like this?
yeah. Click the bell button for more Gacha life.
You mean bell, by chance?
And check out more videos here.
Obviously, that's where the end screen comes in, and we don't see that because it's downloaded. So, but yeah, I gotta wrap this up, obviously, because clearly I have a 5 Days Later review to get to. That's much more important. But ultimately, yeah, this was a really fun treat. And like I said, it feels very different. Like a lot of the gacha animation, the way it's done now is always, to the extent of like, all these super dramatic things. This one just being used for the sake of comedy and trying to, as faithfully replicate the source material as possible, at least in looks and style. Maybe not so much with the actual humor of it, because that's the part that you're adding, obviously. Yeah, again, my only complaint is the voice acting. And even then, like Leia and 3PO stand out to me particularly. So, yeah, it's a shame this never actually got like an Empire Strikes Back follow-up, because I feel like there's a lot of jokes you can make out of that. Then again, how it should have ended also exists. So if anyone is desperate for that kind of content, then they have a place where they can go. As for me, I too have places I must go. I might stay in this exact same room. I might actually wait. No, I can't do that because I've got to set up a whole new profile. So I will do that, and then I will send a link to all of you, and hopefully you'll be able to join as I review Reborn Part 1, which was since I managed to finish this quickly, let's watch a video that didn't know when to end. So yeah, before that, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe to us already. And on that note, until next time.